All right, we're going to take a deep dive on the Ethereum and Bitcoin charts today because things have been not real exciting. I wouldn't call it exciting. I don't think many of us would, but there's some interesting things to look at here. So hit that like button, hit the sub button. Be sure to check out the links in the description too, because my main goal here, Daily Crypto Bull's main goal is to help you accumulate crypto. And I don't just mean buying it on Coinbase. There are so many ways to accumulate crypto that actually don't cost you any money, and you can accumulate a ton of crypto. And I don't just mean crap coins. I mean Bitcoin. I mean Ethereum. I mean the really good stuff. One of the main ways is leverage trading. And when I look at these charts, I'm looking for places to enter trades, to enter long positions, to enter short positions. A long position is when I make Ethereum and Bitcoin as the price goes up. A short position is when I make Ethereum and Bitcoin when the price goes down. Or XRP, or Solana, or Cardano. You can do trades with all of this stuff. So let's take a look at the charts before we get into any of that stuff. So right back here, let's give a couple examples, right? So I'm on the 1 hour chart. So that means each of these candles you see here represents 1 hour of price action, right? Here's the high of that candle that it got to in that hour, and there's the bottom, right? So check this out. We're up here, price is coming down, and this fancy thing I have down here is my special indicator, my custom indicator. I'm going to have this available very soon for y'all to get. We're just getting the final tweaks in to make sure that we deliver a really good product to you guys. But let me show you how all this works, all right? So if you've been interested or thinking about leverage trading, thinking about, hey, I'd like to make Bitcoin and Ethereum as the price goes up and as the price goes down without actually spending any money, then this is for you, okay? Check this out. So look down here, all right? So these green dots, they indicate a bottom. The red dots indicate a top. As you'll see, like for instance, let's look at this red dot here. It indicates this top, and then the price came down and it was kind of went sideways for a while. So the indicator said, all right, that's a top. We're going to call that a top. And then it printed a green dot right here. You can't see it very well because of the blue. But say this green dot down here indicates with this green dot with this bottom right here, okay? So what usually happens is price usually goes back up after it hits bottom, and price usually goes down after it hits the top typically. But you don't just want to play the game like that. You do not want to just play the game like that. Let's take this a layer deeper. You want to know where your Fibonacci lines are, your Fibonacci levels. If you're not familiar with Fibonacci, Fibonacci is the name of the person that discovered these patterns, these ratios that would happen in nature all over the place. The way seashells would go together, snail shells, leaves, blades of grass, waves. It was crazy how everything in nature follows these patterns and ratios. So then someone took this and said, hey, let's try this whole natural pattern thing in the markets. And guess what? They are very useful in the markets in terms of determining supports and resistance. See this line? This would be a support. So it kind of, you see it hit it here, so it's hard for the price to go below it. And you see here, it might be a resistance because it's hard for the price to get above it. It bounces off it, it bounces off it, goes down, it bounces off that, and it just kind of stays in here until eventually it breaks through resistance and goes up, or it breaks through support and goes down. Okay? Are you with me? Give me a like. Give me a like, why don't you? Hit the subscribe button too while you're at it. So check this out. So we're on the 1 hour time frame. Typically, the higher the time frame, the more relevant the data. So first of all, we got to see where the price is going. If it's going down, we're not trying to catch lightning and ride it down. Not typically. We're trying to find where it's going to turn around at and start going up. Okay, so the first thing we got to see is we got to get these lines drawn. You're thinking, how do you get these lines? How do you find these Fibonacci lines? Well, I'm using this platform called tradingview.com, and they just have a tool here that you can draw Fibonacci lines. The only thing you do, you click on the tool and you say, all right, there's the bottom of that, and then you click and then you go to the top and you say, all right, top of that, and it gives you Fibonacci ratios, Fibonacci lines here, Fibonacci levels. So I have 4 different Fibonacci boxes drawn here. The bigger it is, the bigger the price range, from the bottom to the top, okay? But you can see this big one here seems to be really useful, but this second biggest one seems to be pretty dang useful too, right? They all are. It's just a matter of when the price comes in there. It just shows me, because if right here, see I got 2 lines, 3 lines right in this range, and I can tell that's going to be tougher for the price to go through, although it's been going through it pretty easily. But some lines, not all levels are created equal, that is for sure. This one right here seems to be a very strong support, but it's right at about 27.50. Now, let's say price is coming down, right? And we get to this level, right? And we've been following the chart. So see this green bottom right here? Follow the dotted line up. Do you see? So it correlates with this bottom. Then we go over to this green dot, and it goes up here. It correlates to this bottom. We go to this green dot. It correlates to this bottom. This green dot correlates to this bottom, and we've really come to a strong level here. This is a strong level. But I want you to notice something. Do you see it? The price keeps coming down as we print these bottoms, but yet this momentum, think of this as momentum, is going up, right? Here's this one. We want to look at this one first. This is what I would call an anchor wave, because this is well into the oversold position. Anything less than really 60, if you look all the way to the right, you'll see a negative 61.2, that dotted line all the way over to the right. That is the zone of oversold, and same thing above, zone of overbought. So anything above 60 plus or minus 60 I see as overbought or oversold. And so this is deep enough down here that it's at about dang near 90. It's at 85, we'll call it 85, so it's quite oversold. So to me that's a pretty strong anchor wave, and that is what I call it. So if momentum starts moving up on these 1 hour time frames, because that's a pretty good amount of data that goes into each one of these candles, with it being the hour time frame, the price goes up. Sorry, not the price. Price is coming down, but the momentum is going up. See what I'm saying? And now this one, well, now this dot, it's lower than this one, but it's still higher than these two, especially this main anchor wave we have right here. Plus we're hitting this line. I certainly placed a long right here. And look how perfectly these lines work. I didn't draw these lines after the fact. These were already drawn. Right, it came here really strong, wicked down to the bottom part of this, what's called a golden pocket, this green line and red line, called the Fibonacci golden pocket. So it basically went to this zone, pushed as hard as it could to come through, and then it bounced all the way up here to the bottom, into this golden pocket up here. Again, I didn't draw these lines after the fact. These were what I drew based on previous high tops and bottoms, and these are where they ended up. And I have them so that I know, and look, we did the same thing over here. Look, same thing here, same thing here. This one hasn't quite made it down here yet. That's interesting. But it has bounced. So I think it still has a ways to come down looking at it. So this is where we're at today, right? Same thing up here. See how we got this red line going down, right? We're at a level. We have this red dot print. Here's the high, here's the top. We have another red dot print, but it's certainly lower than that red dot. And you know what? The price is higher here. And we're at this level. So guess what I did? I took a short, and the price went down to this level. What do you know? It's the 1 hour time frame. I confirmed that on other time frames too. Anyways, I'll have, this is what I try to teach you to do. I'll have a course probably pretty soon to really give you a lot more information about this and really try to help you dial it in, because this is all a very learnable skill. But let's look at the Ethereum chart today. That's what we've been looking at now that I've given you the background of what in the hell we're looking at. Look at this. Here's a green dot. Indicates that bottom. Went up a little bit, but it's not at a level. There is a level here at this right here, about 2,900. There is, but it's not a Fibonacci level, and I don't love the non-Fibonacci levels as much, and you never want to be too eager to place a trade. You only place a trade when all the things line up. Do you get what I'm saying? There'll always be another trade. There's no impatience. You got to be patient. So this green dot, and then we go to this one, which is higher than this one, and this one right here, minus 70, so it's certainly oversold, and then this one is minus 60, still oversold, but the price came down, momentum went up, but then this one went down lower, right? And that correlates with this one. And then we had this right here, which came up, even though the price is lower. And guess what? I did take a position here, but I did get out pretty quick. I hesitated to take this position because it didn't really come close enough to this level for me. See here? Boom, 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 boom. Didn't really come down here. So I didn't think it would be very strong. But I knew it was going to go up some. So I took it. I didn't take the short here because I don't see any strong indicators. See what I'm saying? There's nothing like this, right? Where you got this top and this top, where price is going up and momentum's going down, or over here, same thing, where momentum's going down, but price is going up. I didn't have anything like that over here, so I didn't take this. I just kind of got out because it looked like it was going to print a top, and I said, yeah, I'm going to get out. And now it's come down, and now we've printed this green dot, right? And this green dot is all up here. It is, where are we? It's probably about at least as low as this one, right? So with this being higher, that tells me that the price is at least the same, but the momentum, again, this whole thing is moving up. But because it's not at this level, I'm not sure if now is the time I want to get in. It's very funky what's going on here. I think it could come down. I also think it could go up. Right now, I am uncertain based on the charts. I try to explain what the charts look like to me. And right now, I just don't know. It's not at any kind of level. It's not even at this level right here. It's 2,900. It's just sitting around here, and this is a strange level to me. So when it's too strange to me, I just avoid it. Just avoid it. It's too stressful when I don't know that. Like when this happens, I know this is going up. I don't have to worry about anything. I set stop losses. I take profits along the way, stuff like that. Let's go to Bitcoin. Again, be sure to like and follow. And check out the links in the description. Lots of good things there to help you accumulate crypto from things you're already doing without spending more money, such as leverage trading, but things like having a Bitcoin rewards card. Things like using the right platform to buy and sell where you get interest on your crypto and you don't pay fees when you buy and sell. So stuff like that, like Coinbase is not something that I use. What do we got here for the old Bitcoin? Let's look at I don't have Fibonacci's drawn here because I accidentally moved them and I haven't redrawn them, okay? But for all intents and purposes, we're probably going to say that this is probably a Fibonacci line right here. You see how this stopped here, this stopped here, this stopped here, this stopped here. This did the same thing as kind of Ethereum where it's a strong resistance, but it probably wicked down to the bottom of a golden pocket. I'm assuming this is probably a golden pocket line right here, okay? As we see, we're down here. Look at this. We're on the 1 hour time frame again. 1 hour. So here we go. Printed a bottom, printed a higher bottom, but yet a lower price. Printed yet a higher bottom, but yet a much lower price, and it probably hit a golden pocket here. And so it went up some, but it didn't go up like crazy because it went down one more time, right? Kind of the same thing Ethereum did, where it printed a little bit lower dot than right here, but it's still much higher than these ones. And this was probably that deep, deep bottom of that golden pocket. And so it went boom, like that. Went from at the very bottom to under 40,000. I hate to see that. 39.6, we'll call it 40,000, up to about 45,000. So that's a really good gain. Here's what happens here. If somehow you time the bottom perfect, right? You get in at like 40,000 and you take a long, right? You put in, let's say you put in 1 Bitcoin, right? And you could put in 0.001 Bitcoin. It doesn't matter. I'm just using these for a nice even number. Say you put in 1 Bitcoin down here. And you say, I'm going to take a long position. And I'm going to do 10x leverage. So the most you can lose here is 1 Bitcoin. But you are getting the profits from 10 Bitcoin. So as this goes up from 40 to 45, let's just say 44. Let's say you got out at 44. So it went up 10%. Now, how much did you make there? Well, you put in 1 Bitcoin, but you did 10x leverage, so you're making the profits from 10 Bitcoin. It went up 10%. What is 10% of 10 Bitcoin? 1 Bitcoin. So you turned your 1 real Bitcoin into 2 Bitcoin because the price went up 10%. Guess how often the price moves 10% up or down? Pretty often. It's pretty common. So check this out. Say we got in here at, in here we have some lines drawn. These aren't the strongest line. So this right here, by the way, this is called a bullish divergence, meaning the price is probably going to turn around and go up. This is called a bearish divergence, meaning the price is probably going to turn around and go down. So apparently they drew some lines here. These aren't the craziest bearish divergences I've ever seen, but then again, I don't have the Fibonacci lines up. And the indicator printed a big red dot, so that tells us some things too. See a big red dot right above my little hand. Let's say you got in here at 45 and you took a short. You did the same thing. You put up 1 Bitcoin, so the most you can lose in the trade is 1 Bitcoin, but you can get out anytime you want. You don't have to lose the whole thing, you can get out anytime you want. And you can even set a stop loss saying, hey, if the price goes up to here, I'd like you to just cash it out, and I'll just take my little loss. Say you put in 1 Bitcoin, and now you're at, and you're using 10x leverage, and I get 10 Bitcoin in the trade, and you're doing a short. So let's say it goes down 10%, which it did, and then some. What happened there? So you put up 1 Bitcoin, you did 10x leverage, so you have the power of 10 Bitcoin in terms of the profits you're going to get. It went down 10%, and since you did a short, you get 10% of 10 Bitcoin. And what is that? 1 Bitcoin. So again, the price went down 10%, and you turned your 1 Bitcoin into 2 Bitcoin. If you did this right, you turned 1 Bitcoin into 2 Bitcoin, 2 Bitcoin into 3, maybe 4 Bitcoin, because maybe you put up both Bitcoin and you said, hey, I'd like to do 10x leverage, so now I got 20 Bitcoin in here. And it goes down, and you're like, hey, now I got from here, now I got 4 Bitcoin. So you had 1 here, 2 here, 4 here. That's the power of leverage trading. Did I spend a penny? No, I did not. I just learned the skill of leverage trading. And it's a learnable skill, very learnable skill. And as I've laid it out to you and shown it to you here, I'm sure you can follow the basics, right? The price is going, I didn't have, let's go back to Ethereum, because I do have the lines up there, right? Look at this, got the lines, and they go very well with these lines. I drew these lines well before these prices ever came to them. Because you start them from a lower price and a higher price, and these are ratios is what they are, and so they show you where those lines are, okay? And you see prices coming down to a level, and we finally hit a level, and you see momentum has been moving up. So we have this strong bullish divergence, and we're at a level, a very significant level. So it's a very high probability trade that it's going to go up. I mean, even if you said, all right, ooh, this one looks really good, this one right here, this looks really good, and you get in here, and it still goes up a good amount. You just got to follow and say, oh, we're printing the top, maybe I should get out. Because you know what? When this happens, I look at it, and if it's kind of enough, I'll wait a bit. But this one I felt really good about, so I wrote it. I took profit here, I took profit here, and I took profit here. That's what I did. You can get out whenever you want, and you don't have to completely close the position or something like that. And then I got in right here because this one looked very strong to me. This is where we at 65, so it's overbought. Not crazy overbought, but it was clear to me that it's easier for Ethereum to go down right now than to go up. And we hit this line here. It just made sense. So I got out and I placed one just to see, and here we go. We went down. Isn't that amazing? And then we came up here. This seems to be some kind of support level more so. And it came down again. Now, I haven't been in any of this because I take that back. I did get in this one for the same reasons, right? Momentum going up, price going down. Well, the prices are about the same, but you see how this dot is so much higher than that one. That's another bullish divergence. And we come to this line again. And this line has been showing us over and over. It's a very strong support level. So here we go up. And now I haven't been in another trade since because I'm waiting. I'm tempted, but something just looks funny here to me. Again, I've been doing this a while. So like there's a little bit of intuition that goes with it too as you get experience. And it just looks funny because it's not at a level. I got my rules and it looks funny. I don't know what's going to happen here. It may shoot up to the moon. It may plummet. That's the thing is I don't know. And I'm too uncertain here. Here I was very certain. Here I didn't get in there. Here I was certain. Here I was pretty certain. But again down here, this oversoldness is at 87. That's very oversold. That's a strong anchor wave. Up here at 65, 67, it's overbought, but it's not as strong of an anchor wave as this one. So anyways, but I got in because I just figured Ethereum had a better way. It was easier for Ethereum to go down than up. That had been the trend. And then also down here, where's my money flow? Oh, and this green here, this is money flow going in. Red is money flow going out. As you can see, when it goes up and down, it kind of correlates with money flowing in, the green, and money flowing out, the red. So I hope that was helpful for you today. What do I think Ethereum is going to do? I don't know, man. It's funky. Ethereum and Bitcoin are funky. I don't have any. It looks to me like it wants to go up. I think eventually it's going to pop up and it'll go to at least here, probably to here. And if it can get past here, right? If it can get past here, that's pretty bullish. But if it gets below here, that's pretty bearish. Okay? Because this is a very strong, really this zone, but this one and this one at worst, very strong support. And then this has been a very strong resistance. So nothing major is going to happen in the big overall market until Ethereum and Bitcoin break past there. We're on the Ethereum chart, which they will move together, Ethereum and Bitcoin, until Ethereum breaks through here or Ethereum breaks through here. That's what I got for you. Hit the like button, hit the sub button, check out the links in the description. You'll be very glad you did. Lots of great ways in there to accumulate crypto and help you in your crypto journey, because crypto is, in my opinion, not financial advice, easily the most powerful, impactful financial opportunity of humanity's life, humanity's existence. Yeah, it feels like I'm exaggerating that, but I'm really not. Hope you found this helpful. Have a great day. Stay classy. You're awesome.